I'd like to now introduce our very first speaker for this afternoon. When I first met our first speaker, she's always happy, joyful, always has a smile for everyone, right? Are you all agreeing? Yeah. Then I found out that she and I were colleagues 30 years ago, but we worked in such a big company that I never met her during that time. So sad. Fast forward 30 years, I found out a little when I met her this time. I found out a little bit more about this beautiful lady. Okay. She worked with her husband in supporting the oil and gas companies in this business. Okay. So it was tough, high capital, high overheads, make sure all her staff get paid first before she gets paid. Wow, tough. But in 2016, I think that was the biggest crunch when she had this financial crisis. But fortunately, she had a friend who introduced her to this Avita business opportunity, invited her to explore. So I guess she was also sitting here at one time, like you guys, right? Yeah. So when she sat down, she listened, she explored, and then she found out, wow, this wellness business is big. Why? Our population in the world is aging, not only in Singapore. So why don't she ride on the trend of this aging population to help people? And then because you're in the right trend, of course, you're going to be successful, right? So today she's going to tell us how to assess the business before you start. Okay. So without further ado, I would like all of you to put your hands together and welcome Diamond President Wendy Kwong.
Thank you. Round of applause for Veronica. Okay, very happy to see all of you. Yes, Veronica and me were colleagues. We were both flight crew in Singapore Airlines. I was there for 7 years. Well, I loved what I did when I was in the airlines because I travel. I'm a very service-oriented person. I love to interact with people. So happy, enjoyed that. And I lost myself in the next 20 over years in business. So to me, being myself is very important. If I can be myself, I'll be happy, isn't it? I find myself again here in Avita. Why entrepreneurship? You all know that today is a business seminar, yes? So why entrepreneurship for me? All right, the 20 over years that I said I lost myself. To begin with, I started doing business without knowing much. I think most of us start like that. Do business is what? Go and earn money, right? What? You want to have time freedom, right? You want to have financial freedom. These three things. So I started business when the opportunity came to make money. Do you know about this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Rich Dad Poor Dad is about it's about business. All right. How do you evaluate what is business all about? Okay, this cash flow quadrant, there are 4 quadrants. Number 1, employee. We all started as employees. Employed, get salary, happy. So we are actually exchanging our time for money. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Then after that, a while, we realized that, it's very tiring. Yeah, my job, don't like my boss. Yeah, must take leave and I want to go on holiday. Oh, so restricted. Whatever it is. Then I say, okay, let's start a business. And most of us will be self-employed. Employ yourself lah. You want to work, you work. Don't work, right? Cannot work, don't need to work. Whatever. Self-employed. But you're still exchanging your time for money. Agree? When you're a doctor, you have a clinic. You're employed, yeah? So if you don't go to your clinic, you don't see patient, no money. Yes. Then, business owner, I realized only when I attended ELS that I'm only a business owner when there is a system. Means if I'm not around, the business continues. Wow, my first aha moment. Then I wanted to find out more. And of course, investor, when you have a lot of money, buy properties, all right? You get your passive income. So which quadrant are you in right now? Okay, E, S, or B, or I. A lot of participants in ELS are either E or S. And want to find out, I want to be in the B. So today you're going to learn that. All right. So I said I started my business without thinking too much. So in 1996, my husband, also Alfred, but different surname. My husband, Alfred, had a project in Kuala Lumpur, a huge project. I had no experience. Okay, my mother-in-law said, go with your husband. I had a bo pian, right? Sorry. Zoom bo pian means I have no choice. I followed my husband there because wife support husband. So that's how I started. Okay, I started from scratch. Now it was supposed to be a 10-year project. We were manufacturing reinforced concrete piles from concrete for the building industry. Then after that, subsequently, I came back to Singapore because my eldest son, Douglas, started school. So I prefer to come back and refuse to be employed because I wanted to spend a lot of time with my sons. So then I set up a trading company where I do international sourcing, all right, for the oil and gas industry, as well as petrochemical industry. And then after my last business was set up in 2011, I had a machine shop, a small little factory, machining special steel for the oil companies. Okay, so this is my 20 over years of business experience. So what happened to me? Why am I here? All right, because I did not do much thinking when I started a business. I just have to help my husband. Then what happened? Wow. Those business that I have done, they were not crisis proofed. So when the crisis hit me, I suffer, like what you shared just now. You have to close down the business because of crisis like that. I just want to share something that I wouldn't want to go through ever again was when I was closing my business, my last business. My business was hit by the oil crisis. I was left with only 20% of the business. So I was suffering a loss. I was paying out money. Like you said, you suffer, what, you have a loss of 35,000 every month? 25? Okay, mine more. So all the profit that I have earned over the years, I have to put them back. But why do I want to put the money back? Just close the business. Then I don't lose so much money, right? Why am I so silly? Okay, it was because I have a group of very loyal employees. When I started my factory, I didn't have enough of cash flow, and they actually stayed with me without getting paid for 2-3 months. So I couldn't just ask them to go, right? So I hang on for almost a year, but finally that's it. All the money back already, no more money to sustain. So I closed the business. So the day that I had to ask my employees to go, it was very, very painful. That night I cried. And I told myself, nope, I would never ever want to do this again. Okay? So that is the reason why I'm here. And you will know why that I need not do this again. Okay, so why network marketing? Yeah. Now I don't have to pay salary. Yeah. So I don't have to face what I have gone through before. So network marketing, low investment, high reward. When I set up my factory, my investment was close to $1 million, I think, because I have to buy machineries, right? And then the day that I put in the money to collect my first payment from the American companies was like 6 months later. Wow. My cash flow need to sustain me for 6 months, before I collect payment. So that was when my loyal employees stayed with me until I got my payment. All right. Network marketing. Alamak, investment is It's 0.000, don't know how many percent compared to what I used to do before. So once in network marketing, you are in the position to start the business, that's where you start earning money. Isn't that good? So low investment. Then passive income opportunities. When do you get passive income? Income is money coming in, ma. So what is passive income? Yes, very good. You need not exchange time for money. All right, that means your income it is also income that is higher than your whatever you need, your expenses, passive income. It is a great passive income opportunity and work-life flexibility. Yeah, no need to apply leave. Alamak, syok lah. Correct? Your boss like you, get leave. Boss don't like you, no leave. Yeah, no need. I know to apply leave. I don't even have to apply leave from my husband. I go. Because my husband was my ex-boss. Okay, so here, work-life flexibility. I mean, in network marketing. And this business is for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur. Right, just everyone who's sitting down here. Okay, you can be an employee, you can be a business owner, you can be someone very free, you can be anyone as long as you want to be an entrepreneur. You don't need a university degree. Right, even if you're looking after your kids at home, your dog, your cats at home, also can do this business. Wow, fantastic, right? How big is the global network marketing industry? Huge. 650 billion. Wow. Huge. And what? In Asia, Asia is 25%, contributing 25% to worldwide sales. And where are we? Very good. And what else? And the largest category is wellness. I mean, Avita is in wellness. Yeah, so exciting, right? Okay. And the global wellness industry is 6.6 trillion this year. Wow. Do you want to be part of it? You know Sir Richard Branson? He is a believer of network marketing as well as entrepreneurs. And he said, for many years to come, network marketing entrepreneur is going to, he said, make a difference. I say, rule the world. Wow. How about that? Are you excited or not? Yeah, you're excited, then I can continue. You're not excited, alamak, a bit difficult. Okay, excited, great. Next. Anthony Robbins. He say, my second aha moment. Okay, second aha moment is when I saw this. Network marketing gives you the benefit, all right, to be a business owner without the headache of a traditional business. Wow. It suits me perfectly because I don't like headaches. I mean, I used to, those days when business was no good, I have to calculate and make sure all my staff get their salary before I get mine. Lots of headache. Yeah, don't enjoy that. And now is the century of network marketing. So when you own a network, all right, you will have the future. Wow, can you follow me? Wow. Okay, so how to? Okay, Professor Charles King. Now in the 1990s, there was recession, right? I was hit by the financial crisis in the 90s. So it started with in 1990. Within that 1.5 year, from Jan 1990, there was an increase in unemployment rate in US from 5.3% to 7.8%. 2.5% is very high. So what happened? Economy suffer, right? Businesses cannot sustain, closed. And then people all get laid off. What else? Graduates don't get job. So that's where Professor Charles King, wow, he's a professor in marketing. So when he teaches all his students, ain't got no job, how? Right? Of course, he's worried. Then he decided, I better go and find out, is there another way to have income, opportunity, so that graduates get jobs, right? Then he decided, wow, there is this network marketing business model that even during crisis, recession, there is rapid growth. How can it be? He has been teaching marketing for so many years. So that's when he did a extensive research on network marketing. And he co-founded the first ever network marketing course in the university. Wow. I want to meet him. Well, okay. Let me find my way to meet him. So I think a lot to learn. And he also wrote this book. This book called The New Professionals. All right. It is about the rise of network marketing. It is rising. It also gives an opportunity for those who are employed, a new career path. So, interested, go and read about it. I think there's so much to learn from him. All right. How you can successfully build a network marketing business. That is Professor Charles King. And this, I call him my guru. Tim Sales is a very successful network marketer. He has built an organization of more than 50,000 people. And he is very passionate in talking about this industry, the business model, and also teaching people how to be successful. Wow, another person I want to meet. And I'm very jealous because there is people in this room who has already met them. Okay? There? So do you recognize anyone in this room that is out there? Okay. So we learn from people who are successful. Agree. Alvin maybe later can tell you about his experience. So just like team sales, the leaders in Avita believe that we need to do this business professionally because this industry has been mistaken by a lot of people, not only in Singapore, okay, across Asia and I think many other countries as well. So that is why we have courses like today, Entrepreneur L.E.A.P seminar, to let you understand what the hell is MLM, what business model is this, and how can we achieve our financial independence. All right. So now we take a look at the 4 main principles to look for in a business.
Hello, my name is Tim Sales. I'd like to first say that you're not going to see glitz here, so please don't expect it. I'm not an entertainer nor an actor. I've created this video as a tool designed to educate people about a business concept that works, for people who are willing to put 100% of themselves into something. See, it takes 200% to be successful in business. 100% must come from you. 100% must come from the business vehicle that you've chosen. Business vehicle meaning how you earn your living, how you support your family. I've seen people who relentlessly pour 100% of themselves into a business vehicle, profession, or job, but that vehicle doesn't have the capability to give back 100%. The mechanics of wealth are just not there. But no one has ever fully explained to you why it doesn't work and why it's a waste of your valuable time if your goal is financial success. This video is for the person who is willing to put in their 100%. They're only lacking the right business vehicle, the explanation of why it's right, and the evidence that it does in fact work. Even though I say you must put in 100%, that doesn't mean that you have to work it full time. I didn't. That doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your family time, nor does it mean you have to have prior experience. I didn't. What you'll learn right here has allowed me to build a $25 million company. Now, a $25 million company has certainly been done before. However, this was done where no employees were required. No accounts receivable, no accounts payable, no overhead, and very little inventory. Recently, I said those words to a business owner who said back to me, "Sounds too good to be true." My response back to him was, "Is that a good enough reason to stop looking?" He paused for a couple of seconds and he said, "That wouldn't be very smart, would it?" What I suggest you do is not just watch this information, but study it. What I want to do first is create an equal playing field between people who know how to evaluate a business and those who don't. Because me explaining this business wouldn't be very effective until you understand how to place value to a business. The simplest thing for someone to do when they don't understand something is to go, it doesn't work. The way I'll accomplish this equal playing field is to give you 4 main principles to look for in a business. Number one is a huge expanding market. If you were the best vinyl record producer in the world, would it matter today? No. It doesn't matter how good you are in an industry that's eroding. Number two is a unique and consumable product. I'll cover unique first. If you don't have a unique product, then you compete on price and convenience. Who has the best price? Who's closest to the customer? Yet if you have uniqueness, then people must come to you. Next is consumable. If you have a non-consumable product, you're basically unemployed until your next sell. You want the repeat sales of consumable products. Whether it's every time someone picks up the telephone, connects to the internet, renews a membership, turns on electricity, or gets to the bottom of a box or a bottle, you want those repeating commissions because it can pay you again and again. Number three is timing. Primarily here I'm talking about trends and timing. During all cycles of the economy, there are people who are making money and losing money. The makers are the ones in front of large trends. The losers disregard trends. How do you get in front of large trends? You study what creates them. Without any hesitation, in today's society, it's the baby boom generation that creates the largest trends. The baby boomers are a group of babies born between 1946 and 1964. There were 76 million of them born in the United States, 1 billion of them worldwide. Why is this group so talked about? They're 1/3 of the U.S. population and control 65% of all the money. I've likened the magnitude of all those babies to a basketball moving through a garden hose. They reshape every industry they go through. See, if you can predict where this basketball is going down the garden hose, you possess the ability to make fortunes. I want to give you some historical examples of the obvious buying patterns of these boomers. It started with a company called Gerber back in 1940, who were barely known. But by 1955, just 10 years after the boomers were born, they had sold 1.8 billion jars of strained baby food. As the boomers took their first steps, it was Buster Brown and Kenny Shoes. When the boomers went out to play, Mattel and Hasbro got rich providing toys to this young group. In 1957, we built more elementary schools in the U.S. in 1 year just to handle the overflow than we did in any 12-year period before or after. As the boomers went through their teens, Dairy Queen, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken became billion-dollar companies feeding the boomers. When the boomers moved through their 20s and 30s, which was in the mid-70s, what was the industry to be in? Real estate. Why? Because the boomers had heard from their parents one time too many, as long as you're living under my roof, you'll do as I say. So they wanted their own roof, which created a 15-year real estate boom. And people are still talking today about the great time frame to be in real estate. Then what happened to the real estate market in the late 80s? It began its decline. Why? The basketball had moved through the real estate industry. Another example of this is the U.S. stock market. Several years ago, I heard a stock market analyst speaking on the radio saying that he just couldn't believe the stock market had a 15-year rise. Notice the number 15 years keeps coming up. Anyone with a good understanding of the baby boomers could have seen this coming and profited from the recent stock market activity. Why does this 15-year number keep coming up? Because the baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. And so 18 years separates the front edge from the back edge. A very important number for you. If you look for trends on the front side of the basketball, you get the full 18 years for your products to be popular. That's the reason you study the nose of the basketball. So your business, no matter what your business is to be looking at what industries are expanding or which industries are about to expand. You shouldn't care how long you've been doing something or how long you've been in school to learn something. Are you in front of trends or not? Don't have a loyalty to something just because you've been educated in it or doing it for a long time. So looking at the current trends, we basically got 1 billion people who are in their 50s and 60s. Since that's the case, what business do you want to be in? Let's look at some obvious current and future trends.
When I saw this, was my third aha moment. The baby boomers. Wow. That means when you want to start a business, cater to this group of people. Because they are how many? 1 billion in the world. Okay, baby boomers. Does Avita business fit into the main principles to look for in a business? You all know what Avita is dealing with, yeah? Health and wellness. Let's take a look. We have best-in-class products. Yes, of course. for the huge expanding market. Our products are unique, right? And they're consumable, important. So let me ask you, do you want to sell a car or petrol? Wow, damn greedy leh. You only have 24 hours lah. Don't be so greedy. Okay, only given a choice, car or petrol. All right, because it's consumable. And timing. Is this the right timing for wellness business? Definitely for me too. Baby boomer, my third aha moment. I don't know what your aha moments would be. I had so many when I attended the first ELS. This is my third one. Baby boomers. Okay? They were born, baby boomers are born in, you see, he's laughing at me, my upline, because I belong to baby boomers. Youngest of the baby boomer. Okay, born between 1946 to 1964. Baby boomers. All right. I'm one of the billion. Then I realized, oh yeah, when I want to do business, I make sure that I cater to them, correct? Makes sense, right? All right. Okay, baby boomers important. Just now we saw what? The basketball that's moving, every 15 years. Together with me, baby boomer, move. So it was like in year 2000, all right? Every 8 seconds, you have how many? 8 seconds, someone turning 54 years old. Then in year 2000. How about now in 2024? 2024. Every 8 seconds, someone is turning 71 years old. Wow. Trend. When we do business, we want to talk about trend. So what is the next big trend? To look for trend is to look for the next big thing in business, In business, not food, yeah? Not food, yeah? Okay, next big trend. Of course, looking younger. Yeah? You want to do a business? You want baby boomers like me want to look younger. Yeah, so a lot of people out there, same, right? Then healthy, of course. We're talking about, maintaining good health, right? For our children at least. Then retirement and money. So if you do business that is relating to retirement and money, your business will boom. Yeah, and of course, making life easier for baby boomers. Don't be so proud, huh? Okay. So the next big trend. So just now we saw 3 trends, correct? What are the 3 trends? What are the 3 principles? Huge expanding market. Unique and consumable. Timing. Now the 4th one. And the one that I love most. Okay, Tim.
Number 4 is leverage. I'm going to spend some time on this
He's
one
my
because we're not
friend.
really taught this in our society. We're taught to go get a good education, build a resume, and exchange our expertise for someone's dollars. The problem with that is if we're not exchanging our expertise, we're not making any dollars. So vacation time is costly. A walk around the golf course, costly. Family time, although extremely important, is costly. I'll define the word leverage as an increased means by which to attain something. One form of leverage is investing $5 million and earning 10% interest, which will yield you about 41 grand a month in income. So whether you're enjoying family time or playing golf or vacationing, you're still enjoying 41 grand a month in income. You're leveraging off your money. That's a leverage everyone would love, but very few have it. Let me explain another kind of leverage that's available to everyone, including yourself. Incidentally, if you get nothing more out of this video than a better understanding of this little simple concept I'm going to explain, you'll have gained something very valuable for watching it. Imagine, if you will, you own a company. You employ just one person, me. I work for 8 hours on Monday. You work for the same 8 hours on Monday that I do. Now listen closely. You get paid on 16 hours worth of work because you take a portion of my productivity as income back to yourself. You're leveraging off my efforts because I'm your employee. So theoretically, the more employees you have working for you, the more leverage you have. However, have you ever had employees? If you have, You know that in theory, hiring employees sounds great, but it's very difficult to reach leverage through employees. I've heard it said that if you have one employee, you have one headache. If you have 100 employees, you run an adult daycare center. And the reason being is this: no employee will ever work as hard for your company as you will, because they don't own it. Here's my rule of thumb for reaching true leverage. If there's one sentence that epitomizes the entire video, it would be this: to have true leverage, you must create a situation where everyone has the same amount to gain. Only then do you have true leverage. Let me give you an example of this type of leverage. Let's say that I'm a real estate broker and I hire an agent named Robert. Robert goes out and sells a building. Robert earns a percentage of the selling price of the building, and so do I, the broker. Why do I, the broker, earn a percentage when it was Robert who sold the building? Well, I did some of the advertising. I trained Robert. I had the initiative to go get my broker's license in the first place. I put up the risk. I did a lot of things. And so it's valid that I, as the broker, earn my money. But Robert doesn't work for me as an employee. He's an independent contractor. He just hangs his real estate license on my wall. My point here is the broker and the agent have the same amount to gain from the sale of the home. It is totally in the agent's interest to earn more money, which is a form of leverage for the broker. There is a flaw in this leverage situation that I've shown you, and it's this: the broker can have multiple agents, but the agents cannot. The broker has leverage, the agents don't. Until the agents do what most brokers dread. What happens when I, the broker, have been real effective at teaching Robert to be a good agent? What's Robert going to want to do in a couple of years? Be his own broker, right? Is this good for me, the broker? No, because as soon as he becomes a broker, two bad things happen to me. Number one, he breaks away from me and I lose him as an income source. And two, worse than that, he's now my competitor that I trained. He knows all my good stuff. By the way, this doesn't just happen in the real estate industry. It happens in practically every industry. Have you ever heard the expression, "I'm just going to work there for experience"? What does that mean? It means I'm going to strip them of their knowledge and then go do it myself. If you're a business owner, how many people have you trained who are no longer working for you? How many people have you trained to be your competitors? Well, this gets worse. Let's say that Robert is now a broker right down the street. What will he do now that he's a broker? He'll go out and hire his own agents. And let's say one of those agents is Linda. Linda also eventually wants to be a broker. So she becomes a competitor to me that I indirectly trained, as well as Robert, who I directly trained. And this continues on and on. I actually created a chain of competitors that I trained. What if we did a whole paradigm shift? Here's where this becomes brilliant. Let's say instead I'm going to empower Robert to become a broker. I want him to become a broker from day one. See, the only way that you or I can retain a leader is provide him or her with the same opportunity for growth that we have. Hence, an opportunity where everyone has the same amount to gain. So from day one, I'm going to encourage Robert to be a broker. And when he does, he doesn't break away from me and become my competitor. He shifts from agent to broker, which now allows him to sponsor his own agents. Now, to create an incentive for me, the broker, to always help Robert and his agents, I'm still going to earn a percentage of what he and his agents sell. And shouldn't I? I trained him. I put up the risk and all those reasons I mentioned earlier. Now, the percentage I earn from Robert and his organization should be a lot smaller than when he was an agent, but I should still earn a percentage. That's my incentive to keep working with them.
Leverage. My fourth aha moment. There's so many aha moments. I think I was born on the first day when I attended my first ELS. Really? I mean, business, when you're in business, if you can have a win-win situation, it's the best. Your employees won't leave you. Can you imagine? We have trained so many people, right, in our business, and they just go. Can you blame them? Cannot, ma. Right now, who doesn't want to go for something better, right? So true leverage is really, really the key thing in network marketing. So right now, I'm going to break you out. All right, for discussion, you have 15 minutes. You understand by leverage. When you experience true leverage, I tell you, it's damn good. Okay, damn good. Okay, why did I say that? Because from my experience, only network marketing allowed me to achieve that. Because those days when I was running my own business, I worked round the clock. No time for anything. And my friends would ask me, do you have time freedom? Do you have financial freedom while I was doing my business? I say, have. I have a lot of time and my business no good law. Time freedom. Financial freedom. When I was making a lot of money, I had no time to spend my money. Oh, okay. So network marketing. Okay. And then just now I was talking about people having a lot of misconception. Okay, bad impression of MLM. Have you come across people who ask you, hello, what are you doing? Is this a pyramid scheme? What pyramid scheme or whatever scheme? I'm sure some of you have that experience, right? Especially Singaporeans are super careful, super skeptical. Okay, later you're going to hear from one super skeptical person of regarding MLM. He's going to talk to you later. Okay, so is this a pyramid scheme?
Now, some people look at this and say, gosh, isn't that one of those pyramids? And what's the perception of a pyramid? People at the top making all the money and the people down below do all the work, right? Isn't that the perception of a pyramid? Let me explain why this is not a pyramid and why people at the top don't necessarily make all the money. Let me just make a quick point before I discuss the pyramid issue. It's not the geometric shape that people have a problem with. This geometric shape is probably the shape of your family tree, the shape of our government. To the architect, it's the strongest structure known to man. Every organizational structure in the world is this shape. So the shape isn't the problem. However, that perception, people at the top earn all the money, let me illustrate that for you. Here's a typical corporation. At the top, you have a CEO, which stands for Chief Executive Officer. Does the president earn more money than the CEO? Not normally. How about below the president? Do any of the vice presidents earn more money than the president? No. Let me ask this question, and I want you to really think about it. What would happen if some of the vice presidents of a corporation made more money than the president? Really, what would happen? Talk about total confusion. This whole process is called delegation. Each level of the corporation earns less income. The reason the president can tell the vice president what to do is because they make more money. So the corporate structure is people at the top making the majority of the money, and the people at the bottom do not. The CEO of any corporation earns off the productivity of, or is leveraged off of, everyone in his or her corporation. Whether that CEO personally hired every employee or someone else in the company hires them. So the CEO, and only the CEO, earns on multiple levels of his or her company. And the model that I'm suggesting as being brilliant is where you, the individual, are given that same opportunity to earn on multiple levels of brokers and agents, just as the CEO of a corporation is. From here on, I'll refer to this form of marketing as network marketing. In network marketing, you, the individual, are given the opportunity to earn off the productivity of the people in your organization, whether you personally sponsor them or someone in your organization sponsors them. Remember that I said to reach true leverage, you must create a situation where everyone has the same amount to gain. Well, that's what I just described. Here's what makes the network marketing structure the absolute fairest structure available. In most network marketing companies, everyone can earn a certain number of levels deep of the organization they build. Everyone in the company can earn that same number of levels deep, like maybe 4 levels deep or 6 levels deep. Let's say we use 4 levels. So if you build an organization to be more productive, then you would earn more money than I would, even if you were in my organization. In the example shown, you would earn on 3 levels I couldn't reach, because everyone gets the same number of levels. There are people in my organization right now that earn more money than I do. Do you know what I call that? Fair. Shouldn't it be that way? I mean, take any structure. Shouldn't the most productive person in that structure make the most money?
I like that part. Shouldn't the person who's most productive make the most money? Wow, go back and tell your boss, I'm very productive. Anyway, okay, isn't this one of the pyramids? All right, now I want you to hear from one of our leaders in Australia, Diamond President Pauline. She is, wow, okay, she's also one of my mentor. She is now actually enjoying grandparenting in Australia, but also enjoying passive income from Avita. All right, she is a lawyer. All right, retired, but has been in network marketing for more than 20 years. Let's hear from her.
It is very
Harrison.
important for us to be able to identify what is an illegal pyramid scheme and what is a legitimate multi-level company, right? So as I was explaining to you a long time ago, we must know the difference. We must be able to assess and know that we are joining the right company, right? Okay, let me just go on quickly to some of the points that are quite important. Now, in a pyramid scheme, commission is usually paid from recruiting people. That means you put in a certain amount of money, and if you recruit, say, 4 or 5 people or even 10 people, you get back more than what you get paid. It's like an investment kind of thing. So there's no real product involved. Whereas in the legitimate multi-level, commission is paid from actual sale of products. Okay, so that is very important. Next thing is, in the pyramid scheme, sometimes they try to be in the guise of a legal MLM by creating a product, you know, but that product is not a real product. It could be a false investment. It could be giving you certificates, diamond certificates and whatnot, right? Now, legal multi-level companies have real top quality products. So that is very important. You must be able to identify that. So in the pyramid scheme, these false investment so-called products, they are of dubious value. Dubious value, that means they are of no real value. A legal MLM product has genuine value. Now, let me give you an example, a little story for which I went through myself. A friend of mine asked me to join a so-called multi-level company. And she said, all you have to do, Pauline, is to buy 2 gold coins. These 2 gold coins cost $850. And you just start recruiting people, selling them these 2 gold coins, and this is so much you can get back. It sounded quite attractive. But then what's a gold coin? Okay, that time it was the Sydney Olympic time, right? And the gold coins were the Sydney Olympic gold coins. Now, one day I went down to the Perth Mint where they make all these coins, right? And I found that each gold coin there sold for $150. Okay, so 2 gold coins would be $300, but I was asked to sell them at $850. So this is what I mean by dubious values. Okay, don't get caught into this quick money kind of thing. They don't give proper training. They make claims on how much you can make. They target people who are looking for get-rich-quick schemes or easy money. Whereas in a legal multi-level company, we give proper training to the distributors, exactly like what we are doing now. So we do not misrepresent the company. And the companies are long-term companies looking for motivated individuals who are looking to build their own long-term business, not a get-rich-quick scheme. But I can tell you, a multi-level company like ours is a get-rich-quicker scheme, right? It's not get-rich-quick, all right? Now, what really bugs a lot of people is this idea that the people on top always make the most money. I think that was something which everybody came in with the idea, oh, you guys on top, you make all the money. We work like hell, you know, and we don't make that much money. Now, I can also explain to you, I will debunk this theory by giving you an example of our Avita plan. Avita is in fact a reverse pyramid. Yes, okay. Let me just quickly explain to you how Avita system works, all right? At the bottom, look at the bottom of the diagram, a VIP. Assuming a VIP sold a product which is $100, right? He already has got a 20% discount. So he actually pays how much? $80, right? So he has already made the $20 entitlement that he's entitled to. Now, above the VIP, there is a person called the Silver Associate. As you see there is SA, right? Now, the differential commission between the VIP and the SA is 10%. So how much does the SA make from that sale which the VIP had done? VIP had already made $20. The SA makes $10. That's the overriding commission, right? Now, above this person called the SA, there is another person called the GA. That's the Gold Associate. Now, the differential between the gold and the silver is 5%. So the GA makes $5 from that same sale. All right. Now, above the GA, there's a person called the Platinum Director, and the differential is 3%. So the Platinum Director makes $3 from that sale. And above the Platinum, there's a Diamond President who makes 40%, and that's 2% overriding from the PD. And the Diamond President makes $2. So where do you see that the upline makes the most money? Yeah. In fact, the upline makes the least money. Per me, I'm not there. I make only $2, you know. Well, it is very fair. It is a very fair system because the person who actually sells the product makes the most money. Now, why do people say the upline makes the most? It's because the upline, the DP or the PD up there, has a big network. And he makes a very little sum for many, many people. Now, the concept of network marketing is making little from many. Okay? Unlike a traditional business, if you're a salesman, the company leverages on you. You know, you make the whole commission from the sale of a product, and that's it. Right? So it's a very fair system. The company rewards the uplines because the uplines have brought these people into the business, and you get a very small, fair portion of the sale proceed. Okay, I think that will make it very clear to you how Avita is actually a reverse pyramid. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, DP Pauline. Okay,
It's
so
very important.
how to differentiate between a illegal pyramid scheme and a legal network marketing, not scheme, compensation, all right? Okay, so commission, you make commission through recruiting people. There are a lot out there, right? You recruit people and then you get paid, and I don't know how this will last, you know, many generations down. And products are important. You get products of real value. Okay, very important. And just like what DP Pauline said, not you may have some companies who sell you products but of not real value. So we have to be aware. And of course, not people on top make the most money. IDP only make 2%. How? Why am I still here? Yeah, a lot of downlines. Okay, so this business is about building leaders, yeah? Okay, very good. A lot of downlines. Okay, discussion. So if you have a misconception before, if you have heard from your friend, yeah, this is not legal. So after this session, what has changed in your understanding? Jack Ma say the only person who can surpass him, not me, him, is the one who healthcare industry. Why? Go ask him, okay? Why? All right, healthcare, everyone needs help. Now, important thing is we have to do it right. Okay, once we do it right, this business, I can tell you, after me spending more than 20 years in the traditional business, nothing beats network marketing. I wish someone has shared with me 20 years ago. Then I don't have to suffer so much. All right. So, well, I finally found myself. Very good. And that's me. Let's do it right together. How about that? Thank you very much. Back to Veronica.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. As usual, like earlier today, I'm going to start the second session with a video.
Once upon a time, a turtle and a rabbit had an argument about who was faster. They decided to settle the argument with a race. The turtle and the rabbit both agreed on a route and started off the race. the rabbit shot ahead and ran briskly for some time. Then, seeing he was far ahead of the turtle, he thought he'd sit under a tree for some time and relax before continuing the race. He sat under the tree and soon fell asleep. The turtle, plodding on, overtook him and soon finished the race. Emerging as the undisputed champ, the rabbit woke up and realized that he'd lost the race. The moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. This is the version of the story that we've all grown up with. But our version of the story continues. The rabbit was disappointed. He realized that he'd lost the race only because he had been overconfident, careless, and lax. If he had not taken things for granted, there's no way the turtle could have beaten him. So, he challenged the turtle to another race. The turtle agreed. This time, the rabbit went all out and ran without stopping from start to finish. He won by several miles. The moral of the story? Fast and consistent will always beat the slow and steady. It's good to be slow and steady, but it's better to be fast and reliable. But the story doesn't end here. The turtle did some thinking this time and realized that there's no way he can beat the rabbit in a race the way it was currently formatted. He thought for a while and then challenged the rabbit to another race, but on a slightly different route. The rabbit agreed. The turtle and rabbit started off. In keeping with his self-made commitment to be consistently fast, the rabbit took off and ran at top speed until he came to a broad river. The finishing line was a couple of kilometers on the other side of the river. The rabbit sat there, wondering what to do. In the meantime, the turtle trundled along, got into the river, swam to the opposite bank, continued walking, and finished the race. The moral of the story? First, identify your core competency and then change the playing field to suit your core competency. The story still hasn't ended. The turtle and rabbit by this time had become pretty good friends, and they did some thinking together. Both realized that the last race could have been run much better. So, the turtle and rabbit decided to do the last race again, but to run as a team this time. They started off, and this time the rabbit carried the turtle till the riverbank. There, the turtle took over and swam across with the rabbit on his back. On the opposite bank, the rabbit again carried the turtle, and they reached the finishing line together. Both the turtle and rabbit felt a greater sense of satisfaction than they'd felt earlier. The moral of the story? It's good to be individually brilliant and to have strong core competencies, but unless you're able to work in a team and harness each other's core competencies, you'll always perform below par, because there will always be situations at which you'll do poorly and someone else does well. Teamwork is mainly about situational leadership, letting the person with the relevant core competency for a situation take leadership. And that is the end of the story.
So what have we learned from this today? Teamwork. So when they became friends, they decided, why can't we do this better? Okay, we can work on help each other. Our strengths and weaknesses, we can combine it and we help each other. So they both won the race together. Isn't that great? And he's guided a lot of us. And he believes that everyone has the potential, just know where the button is to switch it on. Pearl Ambassador Alvin Yong.
I like that short little cartoon very much. I think it shows that every one of us has our own brilliance. Every one of us is very, very good at certain skill or certain competencies, right? But most of us undergoing the education system tells us that what? Study hard, work hard, then what? Yeah, get a good grades, then find a good job, and then you just perform one core competency being a leverage to some company. Now, I'm not against job. It's just that that's how that system works, yeah? Okay. So if you are a good boss, you want to hire good people with good core competency and allow that person to keep doing that core competency, whether it's an accountant or a manager or HR or whatever. Agree? And then that is how you create leverage when you are a boss. But for people who are employees, and I started my life as an employee myself, okay? And I have aspiration, but I'll never get anywhere because I basically just do that work. And the longer I do that work, the better I get. And the lesser I will have time and the experiences to be good in other things as well. So a person who get stuck in an employment for too long, you realize that your choices of doing other things is becoming lesser, you become more limited. And therefore, you get stuck in becoming that long-term employee. And of course, you get 20-year good service award. Yeah. Get maybe a watch or maybe a round-the-world ticket. Do they give a round-the-world ticket nowadays? No, they don't. Right? So for those of us who are here today, this is a ELS. It means it's an Entrepreneur L.E.A.P seminar, then taking the leap to become an entrepreneur. Now, I can't say for sure that the Avita business is the right business for every single one of you. Okay, I can tell you that it turned out to be the right choice for Wendy, the last speaker. Okay, and it turned out to be a very right choice for myself, 17 years in this industry, and this is going to be it. Okay, I'm going to tell you some stories. I think Wendy ended her slide very well by saying that if you want to do network marketing, do it right. If not, you're going to keep jumping. You keep jumping. Now, no company will be the best company, the best network marketing company for any one of us. But if you do it right, you only need one company and you can fly. Agree? If you do it wrong, you can jump 20,000 company and you'll never get it right. Okay? So the crux of it is whether you learn, whether you know or not. Whether you know how to do it right or not. Okay? Now, we are not schooled in network marketing, which is why Entrepreneur L.E.A.P seminar today, this seminar, is designed by us purposefully as an educational opportunity for most people. Okay, I don't care whether you have been in the business world, you have been in the corporate world, or you have been a managing director or VP or president or CEO for a long, long time. But you have never done network marketing, 隔行如隔山啊. So when you get into a different business, right, it's totally different. So there's some core competency that you need to kind of grasp and pick up so that you can fly in this industry. All right. So I hope that this first speaker has done us wonderful information. Do you agree? Yeah, it really is about why network marketing might be a good business for you. Okay, now I say with qualifications that it may not be right for everybody. Depends a lot on whether you are interested in becoming an entrepreneur or not. Okay, it is all right to be a lifetime employee and get your 50th year good service award. All right. Okay, it's okay to do that. But if you are looking at entrepreneurship, and later I'm going to compare and contrast a few options that you could have, then you need to understand the 4 key principles. If you are just be interested in being a good employee, there's no need for you to consider all this consideration, because you just find a good job and you're stuck there. Okay. Now, what Wendy has helped us to understand is huge expanding market, unique consumable products, timing or the trend, and finally creating leverage in your business system are very, very key consideration. Now, I'm going to help you by going through a little bit why Avita. If network marketing is the business model that you can identify with, you're comfortable with, then why network? Why Avita? There are many network marketing companies in the world. There are many brands out there in the world. Okay, you can find one that fit you. But since you are here, I can share with you about Avita and why I've been doing it for 17 years and some of the success story. And very importantly, how can you maximize your income? No, maximizing and getting more and more wealth is not necessarily the most meaningful thing. But I can tell you, money is not the most important thing, but money is rank right next to oxygen. Yeah, no money, you can't do anything. Yeah, you are limited choices of freedom. And more money doesn't mean that necessarily you'll be more happy in that sense also. Okay, a lot depends on whether you're purposeful or not. Okay, so I won't go into all this because it is about your own motivations. I know my motivation. I'm big on doing social work in Africa and in India and in the northern part of Thailand. But if I'm stuck in a job, I can tell you I'll be miserable because I can never take enough leave to go and do this kind of work. Every time I go to Africa, it'll be 1 whole month or 6 weeks down there. I won't be able to take 6 weeks leave. Which boss will give you 6 weeks leave? Unless I have already created, remember what Team Sales said just now? Unless when you have created your system and you have created your leverage, then you buy back your time and you buy back your money freedom as well. Okay, so I'm going to focus a lot more on these aspects of it. Now, why Avita is important question. Okay, now Avita is a wellness company, and now actually Avita is 2 industry. Okay, we are in the wellness industry because we create products and solutions that help people live a healthier life, live a longer, healthier life. Is that a big trend? Yes, it's a big trend. And Avita is in a second industry. It's called a wealth building industry. Okay, so in other words, we are not asking you to come and join Avita to be a retailer or to be a seller, to be an agent. Just go out there and sell. Okay, it is in the wealth building industry. Now, the wealth building industry of Avita is less well understood. Okay, so this is where I'm going to build a very systematic, helpful understanding for you so that you grasp in a matter of an hour's time the A to Z, the secret of Avita. Okay, so are you ready for that? Okay, before that, I'll just introduce you a short video by Avita as what is this industry about, all right? You've seen some of the information that is shown on that video, but I want to expand on some of that here. Right? Now, Avita has been around for 17 years. Avita is a Singapore company, Singapore brand, launched in 2007, one day after National Day, Singapore's National Day, on the 10th of August, 2007. Yeah. So it runs on the network marketing model. We call it multi-level marketing or network marketing, or some of them you call it direct selling. Okay, it describes different things, but let me kind of help all of us here to really understand some of this terminology. Direct selling means what? They are direct from the company to the end consumer. So if you have a friend who wants to buy any of the Avita product, you can invite them to become a member and they buy directly from the company. Okay. In other words, they don't buy from a reseller and reseller buy from a wholesaler, wholesaler buy from a distributor and so on and so forth. Okay. So it's a direct selling. On the other hand, it is also called multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing literally means what Tim Sale just now mentioned, that you are able to create a pipeline, create a network. And multi-level marketing simply describes that the way you are compensated. Now, this is really important. Later on, I'll go through a little bit more about that. The reason why is multi-level marketing means that you are multi-level compensation. So you get multiple sources of income, depends on the network that you build. The bigger the network that you build, the wider the network that you build. And if you build networks not only in Singapore, but I know that Akimi is going to Japan in 1 week's time. So if you build a network in Singapore, you build a network over in Japan, you build a network over in different parts of the world. Over here, you can see that we have 10 countries. The number 10th country, Cambodia, was just opened up this year. So you can see that if you are able to build network across all these countries, you are getting sources of income from all 10 countries. Is that good or good? Yeah, so you are not having one paymaster. In other words, your employer. You are now building multiple sources of income. That's why the word network marketing and multi-level marketing. Yeah, network marketing literally describes how you do marketing. You are marketing within your network of friends, and your network of friends will then market within your network of friends, and then from there on and on. A bit like COVID lah. Yeah, you have one super infector, then you get infected, then he will go back home and infect his own family, a bit like that, but it's good. It's a good COVID, okay? Yeah. All right, so this is Avita. Now, Avita, we are very, very grateful to our CEO and founder, Ms. Lee Xiangying. One day, if you come by here, you get to see her, please get a bit of chance and sit down and have a converse with her. Now, unlike most network marketing companies that comes from US or other parts of the world, you never really get a chance to meet the founder. Now, is the founder important? Yeah, because she or he direct the entire philosophy of the company, right? So you want to evaluate a good company, actually evaluating the key management people are really important. Okay, you will get to know Xiang Jie very well. And I have two quotes that I want to use to describe Xiang Jie's philosophy. First, she said, life is a gift. Never take it for granted. And that really is the cornerstone of everything that happens in Avita. From the product design, the choices of product that makes life better, okay, to the business design that makes life better for all the distributor and business partner here. That is really very key. And she said one more thing. 生命的长短我们不能控制，生命的价值我们可以创造。Means, Akimi, you want to translate that? No. Okay, of course not. Yeah. Meaning that our lifespan is not something that we can control. Yes. Yeah. But the value of our lifespan, however short or however long, the values, your value you can create yourself. You can decide and create yourself. Jack Ma say one thing. 我们生下来不是做牛的. That means when we are born, we are never born to be a worker for a boss for life. We are not a cow in that sense. We are not born as a cow, We are born to create the kind of happiness that we define. And I think this two quote, okay, really solidify the foundation and the belief systems and the value that we want to create in Avita. As a company, as a form of products and wellness solutions. And very much so, it defines how we collaborate together so that there are many turtles and many rabbits among us. Each one of us might be very, very good in certain things, but how can we collaborate, work together, and co-elevate one another to realize each other's dream? Now, that's the spirit behind Avita. And I hope that in this seminar, this short seminar, you don't just evaluate based on money alone. Money, there are many ways to make money. But a group of people coming together and co-create value and co-create meaning, I think that is very significant. Okay. Which also means that for those of you who don't gravitate or vibrate with this value system, right? Please, then this place is not for you also. Okay. All right. Now, this is why it is a wealth building industry. Now, wealth building industry is not well understood because most of us are not schooled in that. Okay. Now, many people attend university and say, okay, I want to go for an MBA program. What does MBA program stand for? Masters in Business Admin. Meaning MBA graduate. Is it really a necessary program to become an entrepreneur or to become manager? Yes, to become manager, become senior executive, because it is about business admin, right? Right. So entrepreneurship sometimes is very difficult to teach. Okay. But well-building platform that Avita creates allow all of us, all these people down here, okay, whether you're a small entrepreneur, you're a big entrepreneur, doesn't matter. We all come together. But every small entrepreneur will grow. Okay, we'll have a chance to grow because it is about personal development. It's about what you have not seen before, what you have not tried before, what you have not done before. And then you get mentorship, you get apprentice, and you get support, and then you get better and better and better. You earn little, you earn more, and then you earn more, a lot more. Okay, what does well-building platform means? Yeah, I'm going to borrow Anthony Robbins. Hear what he said, okay?
To run a business requires a certain natural capacity, a nature, if you would, besides skills that you learn. And it's the ability to handle risk. It's the ability to handle stress. It's the ability to do a lot of different things. And you have to be able to manage finance. Most people, they have some of those skills. And that's why every year, 50% of businesses that start are out of business. You know, you look at over any 5-year period of time, 80% are out of business. And over a 10-year period of time, only 4% make it. Now, make it doesn't mean that they're making any money. Right? That just means they're still standing. 96% fail. What's beautiful about network marketing is you get all the benefits of being an owner, but you don't have to be worrying about supply chain. You don't have to be worried about accounting, especially in the world we're in today. I mean, network marketing used to be a little bit more different, but today with technology, you can know what's happening in real time. The companies have already set up the software, they know what happens. So it's really picking the right company, and there's a lot of great companies in that area. And it's really realizing that you're really a value creator. If you can go out and add value to other people's lives, if you can just introduce people to a product or a service that a company you represent that truly is extraordinary, some products and services can't just be thrown up on Amazon. They need the story to be told. And if you found a product or service of that nature and you got a company that has a generous schedule of being able to reward you, and then you begin to get leverage where it's not just you, where you've multiplied your efforts to other people, then you get all the benefits of being a business owner without all the headaches and without the same level of risk. And so I think network marketing is amazing.
Thank you, Robin, Tony Robin. So this is where technology and especially today, with the connectivity around the world, everybody is able to connect with everybody else on earth. Actually, the pandemic proved that. Yeah, wherever you are, you can connect with people. Now, once upon a time, it is very difficult to do network marketing. You got to use telephone, and then you got to travel. Travel is very expensive. Now, everywhere there's budget airlines, So things are a little bit different today compared to the past. And I think the network marketing era is right now, this 21st century, because connectivity is there and communication is there, and people are not so believing the traditional advertising anymore. Okay, you see Tiger Woods using this perfume, but I can guarantee you do a survey, right? 90% of people don't believe that he actually used that perfume, You get what I mean? Yeah, he's paid to say that this perfume is good or something like that. Yeah. Men use perfume. Eh? Yeah, men also use perfume. Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cologne, yeah, sorry. So the other thing that I think what is happening is there's a push factor as well from the corporate side. Okay, jobs is actually in time to come, in the coming years, right, it's going to be tougher and tougher. In fact, now permanent positions are fewer, isn't it? How many of you in the corporate side? Yeah. Do you agree? More people are using contract worker compared to permanent staff, right? So meaning that everybody is free agent. Everybody is some kind of gig, right? Not just the gig economy, gig, that means the Grab driver or whatever, but everybody is some form of gig because you have no permanent employment opportunity anymore, right? Everything is renewable. Whether company renew you or not, no idea, no. Okay, so there is a crisis there. It's unlike my time. Okay, I'm 58 years old. Yeah, look like yeah, I'm 58. Okay, but when I was young, my late mother told me that you study architect. Singapore is developing, and you have a job for life, I think during my time, maybe even until actually now also not. Those in their 50s are in danger already, right? So actually things happen for very, very quickly. Now you look at it, pandemic, economy, cost of living, climate change, fast aging, millions of jobs are being taken away. Now let's take a look at a few things. Then at the same time, so there is a push factor, right? About job crisis. Then there is another factor that is affecting every single individual on planet Earth. Health crisis. Okay. If you look at some of these articles here, which I think it will just grow more and more dire, right? People with high blood pressure, and in Philippines, the same thing. In Malaysia, it's the same thing. If you go to any country, yeah, Philippines, yeah, right? Eat the what? The lechon, yeah. Eat that. Oh, high blood pressure, right? Yeah. So it is it is a health crisis that is happening all around as well. So wellness and preventive healthcare is very funny. Singapore is one of the richest countries in Asia. It is in a race to build enough hospital. Yes, yeah, new hospitals springing up and all that. Yet, if you understand from the government side of things, richest country, in Asia, very huge concern because there will never be enough hospital bed for all the aging population in Singapore. So what is the idea? The solution is Avita. Yeah, because our mission is to prevent all our friends from going to the hospital. That's our mission. That is why preventive wellness is the big solutions, not only for Singapore, but for the entire worldwide populations, is to not get sick. But how not to get sick? We never attend a class in school, how not to get sick. We attend calculus, biology, chemistry, physics, maths, and whatever not. But we never have a lesson that says how not to get sick, So how not to get sick is not a doctor's job. How not to get sick is a wellness educator's job. That's our job. Isn't it good? So health crisis present a very huge opportunity for that. Now, let's come back to the job crisis, okay? Robots. Do you think robots are scary? No lah. Nowadays, they make robot look very cute, Actually, very lovely, So, do you see the robots that are hanging around in the canteen and the food court? Very cute one. You want to go and cuddle them, Okay, yeah. But let's look at it. Robot is going to take away millions of jobs. In fact, it's very interesting what this IBM chief say, I know Mary here is a former IBMer. Okay. But this guy say, IBM's chief says what? It might be a good thing. It might be a good thing that robots will replace a ton of white-collar jobs. Oh my goodness. So you think about it. Why is it a good thing for him? Yeah, cut costs. Because robot doesn't take leave. Robot doesn't take MC. Robot doesn't complain. right? Robot is always consistently good, right? No need to do reappraisal. And you invest one time and the robot perform forever. And they're reprogrammable. So today is a robotic accountant, tomorrow will be a robotic HR manager. So it is very interesting. Of course, he will not replace his job because he's high level. But gradually the replacement of the job will come from bottom up. Yeah. Now, many of us are in Singapore. You have been in Singapore for 7 years, right? You may not know, yeah. But I think you can identify with situation in the Philippines. Hear me out. 20 years ago, when we were growing up in Singapore, you go to every car park, there will be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 attendants on shift rotation, right? They will take your money and punch out a ticket for you. Then open a barrier for you to drive through, right? One car park, assuming every car park you have 4 attendants on rotating of shift. Hey, how many thousands of car park in Singapore? You can imagine tens of thousands of people are just doing the car park attendant job, right? Low level, yeah? Uneducated people, whatever not, never mind, but this job. Today, do you see a single person doing car park attendant job? No more, because everybody uses a ERP system or whatever, right? So you see, when technology sweep and once it's stabilized, boom, the whole country, that job is gone. Are there still such job over in Philippines? Some places, yes, yeah. But in time to come, no. I went to Cambodia recently, and Phnom Penh, when we passed by the gantry at the airport and all, they're still attended. But in time to come, no more. Now, most of us don't even think about that because you would think that, okay, this is a low-level job. It doesn't affect most of us, because we are quite collar level. But in time to come, what is going to happen? Let's take a look at this. Very interesting. How many of you use ChatGPT? Everybody nowadays, everybody use ChatGPT, okay? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but if you look at the list of people who might be replaced, now these are all white-collar professionals. How many of you know that ChatGPT can create a very nice graphic design? How many of you have used it and found it so impressive? Do you think it will take away some of the graphic designers' work? How many of you have used ChatGPT to do programming? Oh, yeah, some of you do programming? I tell you, I asked ChatGPT for my website design. Yeah. I say, write a code for me to allow the website to refresh itself every 5 seconds. It gives me the entire code. All I need to do is just cut and paste and put it into my web page, and then it works. So can ChatGPT one day replace many programmer? At least low-level programmer. Hey, things are changing. And how many of you have played with ChatGPT 4.0? The most recent one. How many of you have done that? Huh. Do you know that ChatGPT 4.0 is slated to replace senior employee? I want to see if I show you so you have an idea where things are going. And then you have an appreciation of the crisis level. This is ChatGPT 4.0. Hi, ChatGPT. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm giving a talk. Can you help me out?
Of course. What is your talk about and what kind of help do you need?
Can you tell me what kind of job will be affected by AI in Asia?
Sure. In Asia, several types of jobs are likely to be affected by AI. Manufacturing jobs. Automation and robotics can take over repetitive tasks on assembly lines. 2, customer service roles. Chatbots and virtual assistants can handle basic inquiries and support. 3, data entry and administrative jobs. AI can process and...
You're getting it? So in other words, things are moving so fast and ChatGPT 5 is not here. It is deliberately called ChatGPT 4.0. I don't know what O stands for, but O. Yeah. But imagine when it comes to 5, when it comes to 6, when it comes to 7. So we have to future-proof ourselves, like what Wendy said. How can you future-proof yourself? Now, there are a few trends that is happening in today's world. We all know. Okay, I'll just mention a few trends that everybody will agree. Do you agree that anything to do with eco, green environment is big, are very expensive and require either super high capital or super high know-how? If you don't know how, you don't know much about programming and all that, you can't even get into the AI world or the robotics world. And anything to do with eco, whether it's solar system or whatever, you're talking about a lot of big investment. But I like wellness because wellness deal with human, and human has the empathy element that cannot be replaced by ChatGPT. Cannot replace by, because only a human has the empathy to another human, especially with regards to wellness, with regards to living a longer, healthier, and pain-free life. And that is where we are playing the game. And wellness is a big market. And Wendy just now mentioned that it was 6.6. I'll round it up to about 7 trillion by 2025. Now, this is the latest survey or latest report that was by Statista in 2023. 6.99 trillion. Trillion is how many zero, may I know? 12 zero. 12 zero. Actually, to me, 12 zero too big to imagine, to grasp. Let me do a compare and contrast. How many of you think that smartphone market is big? Is it big? How big is big? Is it bigger than wellness or smaller than wellness? If it is 7 trillion is a wellness, how big is phone market? 70 trillion? Anybody? Anybody? I'm like beating like that. 70 trillion, 70 trillion, anymore, come on, 70 trillion, 70 trillion. Come. Yeah? Give some guess. Chris Flyer? 10 million, 10 billion, trillion. So it's bigger, right? How about AI? Is AI even bigger? You think? Let's look at statistics. Okay. Handphone market, smartphone market is only 0.79 by 2029. And AI is 0.74 trillion by 2030. Now you see how big is wellness market. This is the size of wellness market. Why? Because it affects every human on planet Earth. And that is where Avita is smack right in. To get into the Avita business, because it's designed as a network marketing model, it allows every single individual to get started. How you build it up to be successful, that's another story, yeah? But it allows everybody to have a very low barrier of entry. I like that because it equalizes the opportunity for everyone who wants to become an entrepreneur. At least the starting point is there already. Okay? Now, these are the products. I'm not going to go through the products, but you're welcome. You are in the stock center here. You're welcome to get to know all the products later on. Okay? It's unique, it's consumable. That's number 2 consideration of team sales for consideration, isn't it? Right? Next, where is Avita now? Now, 17 years ago, we started only in Singapore. And then it went on. Okay, the journey started 17 years ago. It was an up and down journey. It was tough, getting into Malaysia market, getting into Hong Kong, Australia, you name it. Indonesia was tough in the beginning. And then Japan, okay? And so on and so forth. And now we have number 10 country, which is Cambodia, which I led the first trip in on the 31st of March this year. And we launched it over in Cambodia. I went back there last month and I'm going back there in June this month again. Okay, so we're going to build the market up. Okay, very exciting. In fact, every market here is exciting. Singapore market is still very exciting. There's 700 million people. When Cambodia opens up, it's add another 16 million to that. But Cambodia is going to be a gateway to the entire Indo-China market, including Vietnam, Myanmar, Laos, and all, and which will add another 200 million. So there's 900 million, close to 1 billion population for Avita. The moment you get started in Avita, you have 1 billion, almost 700 million to 1 billion market size that you can tap. Is it good? Now, most of us think about opening a cafe in Singapore, in Toa Payoh, or Ang Mo Kio. Right? Most of us think, when I give an entrepreneurship talk in a university, most of them think like that. Oh yeah, I want to open a bookshop because they love books, right? Or they want to open a cafe in some places. How big is that? It's a catchment, you think? Toa Payoh very big, right? But Toa Payoh Avenue, whatever, is only that. So this is where is the big difference. Yeah, I hope you understand the contrast of it. Yeah. And in today's world, if you open a cafe, what has all your friends around the world got to do with you? You can't sell them a virtual cup of coffee. So if you open up a cafe or chicken rice store over in Ang Mo Kio, all your friends who are connected to you on Facebook have got nothing to do with you. Agree? But when you get started in Avita, everybody on planet Earth has got to do with you. I have customers in all these countries, including Russia, Moscow, including London, and so Veronica here has a customer in Holland, in Germany, in where else, yeah? Okay, those are the countries that we have not opened up. But because Salajan, for example, it's not this big one, huh? Salajan is smaller, yeah? You can just mail it to many of these countries and you can literally grow a global marketplace for you. So that is exciting for me, yeah? So how do you position yourself in Avita become really important. Now I'm going to teach you about how to maximize your income. In other words, a few tips, general tips, okay, on how, key tips, let's put it that way, yeah? Marker on the road, yeah? How to build yourself into a successful Avita network marketing business leader here, yeah? You're here, remember, you're here not as a seller. You're here not as a salesman or sales lady. No, you're here as a future CEO of an organization, okay? Your organization. That's where you're going to build your leverage, your true leverage. Because when your team is built and they are strengthened, whether you are under a coconut tree in Honolulu or in Pulau Ubin, doesn't matter, okay? Your effective teams are going to continue to build it. Now, before that happened, and when you got started, it's a journey. Yeah, you got to work hard, but you work hard in building a strong team that you're going to leave behind even beyond your lifetime. And that is good. Yeah. Okay. Now, how do you get started? First and foremost, VIP, silver, and gold position, the last three positions are what you call consumer position. Perfectly all right to a consumer. Just now I heard Alfred mention that you are a consumer of some of the network marketing company. Fine. We are all consumer of many networks. Singtel is a network, yes. I'm also a consumer of Singtel, but Singtel doesn't allow me to build business there. Okay, I pump petrol at Esso or at SPC, right? I also tap into the whole network of petrol kiosks around the whole island, but I cannot do their petrol business. Okay, Avita, you can choose. Okay, you can choose to stay on as a consumer. That's fine, but you can convert or switch over to building a successful Avita business. Then that is the last four rank, which is why you hear just now the first two, Cheryl, I think is Christine as well as Mei Ling, who shared that they are in the challenging platinum director position. In other words, they are advancing to become the first level of unnamed shareholder of the company called platinum directorship. Okay, and then beyond that, Wendy is a diamond president. I'm a pearl ambassador. At the moment now, crown ambassador is still empty, vacancy. But no need to apply. Okay, you build your way up. Every one of us has a chance to build our way up. In Avita, there's not only one so-called CEO position here. Every one of us is welcome to become the CEO of your own. Yeah, you build your network, right? Rather than people promote you. You promote yourself, in other words. Okay? Now, very important is to understand that the business position are very, very important, because business position, just like a high-ranking corporate position, you attract different form of bonuses and income sources. All right. So in the form of leadership bonus, performance bonus, generation bonus, G-matching bonus, global bonuses, etc. So these are really important. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole compensation plan, but suffice to impress upon you that it is important for you to know about the compensation plan, so that as you develop your network, you know how to develop your leaders, and collectively, you're going to get very powerful leverage along the way. Yeah. Now, so the startup position is what we call the goal associate position. When I evaluated, it took me 4 days. Okay, a long time ago, it took me 4 days, evaluated. My little story, I won't tell today, but then my little story is that I came here to rescue my friend. I thought that my friend was making a big mistake. Okay, she's being scammed. Okay, and I know better. Okay, network marketing, well, multi-level marketing, these are all scam, they will collapse and all that, right? So I came here to convince her that I'm going to tear the whole business model down. Okay, but when you can't beat them, what do? That's why I'm here. And I'm glad I came. Okay, yeah. So the first business goal is going to be platinum director. Now, the difference between platinum director and gold associate, assuming you have the same network size, you build the same volume, your commission is different. Okay, your commission is double when you become a platinum director. In other words, 同工不同酬, that means same amount of effort, you get double. Okay, one or not? Ask the person next to you, one or not? Okay. If you want, get started as a GA, move towards a platinum director. All right. Now, then building your business, this is how it goes. Okay. When you get started, how many people? So lonely. So poor thing. No, I tell you, no. Okay. When you get started, you have your upline. Okay. Where's your upline? You have your upline mentor. All of us are going to be here with you. You're not going to start alone. You start with us. But below you, zero lah. That means you don't have a network yet. You start alone by yourself, but you have all of us. We support you. Okay? We support you. We cheer you on. And then you start growing your customer. Now, if you believe the product is of value, then you know that there are people out there who will enjoy the benefits of the product. So it's a matter of time about matching and finding and sharing with them, and then they join you as your customer. When you have a lot of customers, is it good? How many customers do you want? How many you want? Diane? Philippines has 110 million population. How many customers do you want? All of them. See, this is the kind of people who will never succeed in network marketing. You know why or not? Don't talk about million. If I give you 1,000 customers, can you service them? This is the reason why a lot of network marketers fail. Because they have the wrong concept of network marketing. They think you come here, I buy low, I sell high. I buy, I sell, I make money. Yes? Because that's trading mentality, it's merchant. I buy, I sell, but I can't service. So at first, if you buy, you sell, your whole neighborhood, 20 houses, okay, 20 people, you can still service. Then you go to the next avenue. Then you go to the next lorong. Then you have 2,000 customers. Can you service? You can't. Private banker in Singapore. My wife was a priority banker. A private banker service how many people? Yes? 50. Yeah, 30. Right? 30, 50 good people, you make millions. Yes? Yeah? Don't understand? Talk to Hui Fang. Avita, same principle. If you can grasp what I'm saying, you are on the way to your million. Okay? Avita, same principle. 30 to 50 AAA customer. And that's about all you can service anyway. But in order to get 30 to 50 AAA customer, you probably have to go through 100 customer. Okay, it's a number game, correct? Yeah? Now, then you say, how am I going to earn my million if I only have 30 customer? The crux of network marketing come next. Click. Click together, come 1, 2, 3. It's here. This is a franchise part of the business. When you have a few good distributors who are committed in building the business with you, like me, then every one of them is going to be supported by your upline to build a network stronger and stronger. And now your network start to go international. Maybe from here to JB, maybe from JB to KL. But you also have friends in Manila, Baguio City, right? And you have friends in Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, right? And you have friends in everywhere. China, everywhere. We all have friends everywhere today. So what's stopping you from developing network? It's only you, your choice. It's whether you know or you don't know. When you know, then the possibility become a potential. The potential then turn into reality. Yes? Akimi, yes, your eyes so big. Please, careful, it may drop out. And then you will have distributors who are doing very big. Then you have distributors who are doing medium. Then you have distributors who are doing so-so sometime. So you have some-timer, you have part-timer, you have full-timer. Is it okay? It's okay. It's okay because everybody is motivated differently. We are looking for different things. Yeah. So for some people, as long as they earn extra $200, $300, they have a wonderful lifestyle. Some people just want to earn $2,000 by the end of the year and they go for a ski holiday. That'll be my daughter, lah. Right? Right? She loves snowboarding. I earn $2,000, I'm good now, really. I go snowboarding. Right? Next year, then think about it. Right? Then yet there are people like me who I want to earn millions. Not because I love money, but I love what the money can give me in terms of value. I can build schools in Africa. I can do a lot more things. So that is what true leverage is. True leverage is something that it may take you years to build, but once you build it, it stays effective, sustainable, repetitive, keep working. Hey, hallelujah, that is what we all should be building. Not work hard for 20 years and get a 20-year good service award. Like imagine 20 years, you can build a network that is 10,000 strong. If you have 10,000 strong, every one of them just buy one box of Celogen every month. Can you calculate or not? 10,000 people, each one just buy one box of Celogen every month. You have 10,000 boxes out every month. One box, let's say $400. How much is that? You think for yourself. And every one of these distributors here, is going to have their own consumer. Every one of these distributors here is going to have their own consumer. Diane, this is how you're going to have 110 million customers. Not you having 110 customers. Okay? Yeah? It is possible for us to have 1 million customers, but not service by yourself. DBS has a lot of, oh yeah, don't use DBS. Every bank has got a lot of AAA consumer, but they distribute it out by having many private bankers, each one handling 30. And this is what you're going to do. You can be your own private bank, not banker. Okay? And that really is the crux of it. Now, that was how I got started. When I first started, I was satu orang also. But I have my upline, Pauline, and my upline, Josephine, who supported me in developing my network. So in the very beginning, I have no idea how to do it. Okay, I talk, then all die, you know. Okay, die enough already, then I start to listen, you know. Because at first I thought, hey, I come from an MNC, I'm very good one, no. Then I interview people, I fire people, no. Right? Come here, I don't need you to teach me, you know. So I had my downfall before I took off, let's put it that way. Right? You want to hear my story, you can talk about it another time. But then I discover I have very good customer. And I have very good customer because I give them very good service, like a private banker. I'm a private wellness banker in that sense. All these of my customers, just a few of them, I show their faces and all that. They have been my customer from 17 years to recent, like last year. Okay, the very first guy just joined me like last year, early last year. So it's my 2 years customer, 1.5 year customer. But some of the others have been with me for 10 over years. And every year they just happily replenish their stock, right? They're not my business partner. They're not motivated to do the business. Not everybody is motivated to do the business. But I have people who are motivated to do the business. Now, many of them are seated here. So let me do a little. Mary is seated here. Mary, yes. Mary, how big is your network now? 1,000 plus. Yeah, good enough. You want 1,000 plus? Not 110 million yet, but then 1,000 plus, right? Yeah. Mary is a distributor who joined her sister, Siu Ling. Siu Ling over here. Siu Ling, what? How big is your network now? 4,000. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Then Siu Ling is in the network of Joey. Joey, how many thousand? Cannot be less than 4,000. Correct? 8,000, right? Then you go on upward. So this is how you build, right? So what we are looking for are building networker. Okay. Then another of my best networker is Tingy So. Tingy, right? How big is your network now? 3,000 plus. And under her is Jeannie. Jeannie in Philippines. Jeannie is probably 2,000. 2,000. See, every one of us grow. As long as you don't give up, you just keep growing your network. And then things start to happen. But never. This year, I joined Avita Network Marketing. Next year, I go Amway. The next year, I try New Skin. The next year, I try Usana. Next year. So one whole round, you still start to around. Okay, don't do that. Question is whether as you travel around, do you know how to do it right? When you know how to do it right, you grow. So that is the key advantages. And this key advantage has been covered by Wendy. I want to go through them. I'll highlight a few things. Low capital investment is a low barrier. Everybody among all my friends can join me if they wish to. But why would they wish to join me? Must be because I have explained the business well. So this is what I am doing now, explaining the business well to all of you. Okay. Once you understand well, you can evaluate for yourself. You can decide whether you want to get started or you don't. Okay. If it's okay to get started, it's okay not to get started. All right. Second, low recurrent expenses. Now, later on, I will go through that in a short while. Okay. Mentorship and team support, critical. I've never seen anybody join a network marketing company and suddenly become very fantastic all by themselves. Okay. Without the team support, you won't be able to make it because every having a team, that's why you must have many turtles and many rabbits. Okay. So build a strong team of turtles and rabbits, then you run the race together. What I like is it's scalable across Asia. Now, it wasn't like that when we first got started. We only have Singapore. And then from Singapore, we expanded to Malaysia, only Singapore, Malaysia. Okay. And then gradually, now we have 10 countries. 10 countries is exciting. It means that you can connect to a lot more. All right. Then finally, to me, this is one of the things that attracted me, unlimited earning potential. But really, you have no limit. All depends on how big your network is. So your network is your net worth. Okay, Siu-Ling always said this, yeah? In other words, is if you are always alone, you don't build any network, your network is basically yourself. But when you have 100%, you have a collective ability, core competency of 100 people. When you have 1,000, you have core competency of 1,000 people. That beats you work hard all by yourself in one single job. Okay? Now, so team leverage, very crucial. This picture was taken 2019, I think, in Mindanao. No, in Davao City. When we travel through Philippines to do the business, right? And so Avita Global Leaders and Mentor, we have over 300 years, to me, maybe 400 years of combined experiences. Question is whether you tap on them or you don't tap on them. Okay, when I first got started, I didn't want to tap on anybody. I think I'm very good. Okay, I was very good. And I say that. Then I sing the song My Way. Yeah. Don't sing that song. Yeah, that song almost got me into no way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So network marketing to me is like a school. Okay. Every time we have a seminar here, all of us attend like a school. We are continuously learning. If you are seated down there, I wish that next time round you'll be the one standing up here. Okay. The people who are standing up here, don't hog the limelight. One day sit back down there and learn from some other people who are here as well. So every seminar, when I sat there, I'm learning at the same time. So we train, we mentor, we provide team support, we conduct business events, we expand our regional network, and then we are supported by a business system that's provided by the company. Oh, I love this. Okay, I love this very much. Okay. And we then created an online training system, especially upgraded during the pandemic, to reach out to everybody on planet Earth. So as long as you have the ability to go online, you can learn a lot of it. Okay, a lot of the basic skill and basic knowledge all online. Okay, it was built by us over the years. And we call ourselves coaching entrepreneur. Remember, I say two industry. One is wellness. Wellness means that you must be really good with the product knowledge, the technology. You must be able to know what is cellular therapy, what is meridian therapy, what does a product do. But at the same time, you have to be a coaching entrepreneur. In other words, you're coaching people to become an entrepreneur, and then you make them a coaching entrepreneur so that they can coach others to be an entrepreneur, and so on and so forth. Then your network will continuously expand and grow. But if you're just selling product, you'll never grow. Okay? You'll make some money, you won't make big money. All right? Then we have every week we have Empower Night on Tuesday night. We conduct training online so that all our friends from Philippines and other countries can join us. Then every Thursday night, we conduct a talk here. This is our recruitment talk. We share about our experiences, we share about our success journey. And for those who want to join us, they can join us after the talk. All right. And of course, we have other training, higher level training, online as well as offline. Okay. This was our team training in Palawan last year. Right? Was it Happy Faces? Yeah. So Soaring Eagle is a personal development training. It's about personal leadership. Now, in your job, it's about functional ability. But in network marketing, you are running like a CEO. So you are not just, it's not enough to just be good in talking about product and selling product. It's very important that you lead yourself as a leader, and then you can lead others as a form of team leadership, right? So this was the Soaring Eagle that was just completed in May, just 2 weeks ago, where Akimi was there, right? Yeah. I remember that was where you wrote your check that you want to earn 500,000 Singapore dollar. Yes? Yeah? And yes, you have started your journey already. Hey, let's give her that blessing. Yeah? Now, which is why at the end of the day, network marketing, the crux of it is duplication. But duplication means that it's like photocopy, right? The original copy must be good or bad. Who is the original copy? You. Yeah, each one of you is the start of your network. Yeah, you are good, then there's a higher chance. I say higher chance, okay, that everyone that comes along with you will be good. then that is where duplication through mentorship comes in. For those people who like to coach and mentor and teach and train, this is the perfect business. Okay, you teach, you pass on your knowledge and you pass on your ability and your inspiration and your aspiration, and you empower people. Then, if you truly believe in your teaching, then you must be confident that your trainee, your mentee will be effective. Now, the crux of it is they are effective, you earn from that. So your performance, right, is a performance-based kind of coaching in that sense. Okay. I love this. Okay. I love this. I'm a coach. Okay. I'm a coach for life, you know, in that sense. Right. So here I would like to invite one person who happens to be in Singapore. Okay. Her name is Yun Ting. And to me, she's an inspiration. When she first got started in the business, it was the longest lockdown in Melbourne. And during the lockdown in Melbourne, she became a platinum director. Okay. So I'd like to ask her to come forward, if you would mind joining me on stage and share a bit of your journey, your story, and what message will you have for those who are your junior and also your senior and the people who are evaluating this business. Yun Ting.
Hello, everyone. Good day from Melbourne. I actually, it's like some of you skeptical and all that, and Avita is actually the first network marketing company that I've come across. So I did a lot of due diligence and study, and what actually makes me say yes is because it has helped my mother-in-law. She was wheelchair bound after a stroke, and after 7 months, she can walk because of the products. So I was very convinced that Avita products can help a lot more people, more than just stroke. And I also had a lot of aha moments like Wendy when I attended the Entrepreneur L.E.A.P seminar about leveraging, about our network is our net worth, and the education system, because I come from a corporate company as well. And after looking through the Avita education system, it is so complete. And I was in the Melbourne longest lockdown in the world in Melbourne. And after looking at the education system, I said, hey, I can even do this in the comfort of my own home. You know, and I've proven it right because during the lockdown, like what Alvin said, I actually got my platinum directorship. So it can be done. And moreover, now COVID is endemic and it's almost over, and we can get to meet people and meet your friends and travel. It is much easier than when I was during that time. Yeah, so I strongly encourage you all to look into this. You know, any questions, talk to all the mentors. And I'm very grateful to my upline, Diamond DP Siuling, who actually recommended Celagen to my mother-in-law. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you.
Wow. Could I interview you with one or two questions? Firstly, I would like to ask you, I know you have downlines from I don't know how many countries, but I'm also very impressed with that. Can you just name some of all these countries that you have downlines in?
Singapore, Australia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Taiwan, Thailand,
Cambodia.
Cambodia starting soon, Vietnam, oh, and China, yes. Yeah, thanks for remembering.
So how will you advise those who are evaluating this business to get started at?
Go for it, plug into the system, because the system is really very good. If you follow it step by step, you can achieve more than what I can achieve.
And you got started at what level?
Gold.
A direct goal as well.
Direct goal as well.
And now you're platinum director and working towards your diamondship.
Yes.
Let's give her power.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Australia 全靠你啦. Starting in Melbourne. Yeah. So we are lucky to have her in here with us in Singapore. Thank you very much for sharing.
Initially,
Now she's from the corporate side, and these are her 1 week. In 1 week, she got 1,008 and then 4,000, 4,008. This is called the G matching bonus, given only to platinum directors. Okay. And I think we have the record holder here as well. In that 1 week, she got how many? 13,000 in 1 week. Who wants? Yeah. So if you want, be a platinum director first. Okay. And ask her to explain to you how she got the 13,000. Okay. Yeah. Now, there was this another gentleman from Indonesia. I thought it would be good to share different profile of distributors. Yeah. And this is Angga. Okay. Now, Angga runs a textile business. He runs 2 factories, hiring 120 employees. Yeah. So the employees are Angga's what? Leverage, right? But team sales say, right, if you have a lot of so he runs a daycare, so he runs 2 daycare center for cats. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he shared this. Now he's not online today, so I'm going to share on his behalf. All right. He says that his capital investment for the factories are 2 million Sing dollar. It's not surprising, right? For people who run businesses before, you know that this is a kind of investment. And his monthly net profit, that means you revenue minus off all the expenses, it's about 12,500. It's not a lot of money in that sense, right? But compared to where he is at the moment now, he invested in a direct GA position in Avita, 25,000, and he has a potential income of 10,000 and above. Now he's building his network at the moment now in Jakarta. So let's take a look at it. Now, in his textile business, he restricted to only 1 country. He only got licensed to run his factory over in Indonesia. But his business already expanded from Indonesia to Singapore and Malaysia. So let's take a look at his comparison, all right? So he did a comparison and he talked about time management. Time management in his factory, he got to report like all his employees, got to 上班下班, right? But in Avita, you can build this business anywhere, anytime. Okay. So let's take a comparison of what he is. These are some of his partners. Oh, his highest weekly commission of the G matching was 2007. Okay. Now, let's look at what he said, or what I would compare one more category called a franchise business. Yeah. How many of us are familiar with franchise? We are all familiar, right? There are so many different franchises out there, right? So franchise business was one of my options before I joined network marketing. I was considering taking over a confectionery cake franchise, okay? At the Golden Shoe car park, below Golden Shoe car park. Now no more Golden Shoe car park. There's a confectionery there. And it would have knocked me down by 350,000, okay? Well, I have 350,000 of saving after many years of working and all that. But that would be like gambling, one-time gamble only. Okay, if that failed, that's it, finish already. I might wipe out all my saving. Okay. So at that point in time, luckily, my friend came to me about network marketing. And then I was laughing at her, you know. Therefore, I came to save her. Then I didn't save her, I saved myself. And today, I have another totally different story to tell. Yeah. So let's take a look at franchise fee, okay? Now, all of you know that franchise is a viable business option as well, except that it's a lot higher in cost, okay? But there are also advantages compared to starting a total new brand all by yourself, yeah? Let's take this Koi Bubble Tea. How many of you know about Koi Bubble Tea? Very famous in Singapore, yeah? Very successful also, right? So if you open a Koi Bubble Tea shop, unlikely you will fail miserably, yeah? Okay, there's a high chance that you will survive, right? How well you do that is a different thing, okay? Now let's look at franchise fee is 35,000. In other words, you pay 35,000 COE, yeah? Okay, you just pay 35,000 first, then you become a franchisee. Right? They are the franchisor. Koi HQ is a franchisor. Then now you become a franchisee to the Koi HQ, right? And then you got to come up with another startup cost about 240 to 420,000. This was from their website, okay? And the region, the range is because it depends on how big is your shop and where you open your shop. So if you open your shop in downtown, in Shenton Way or in Orchard Road, they'll be a lot more expensive, lah. Okay, if you open it in where? Maybe in Woodland or, in Tuas, then it'll be cheaper, lah. Okay, yeah. but it'll be about 240,000, which is a quarter of a million. Okay. Then every time you sell a cup, 6% will go to them. And then there's another 16% of cost, which means like advertising, marketing, and all those things all kicks in together, right? Now think about it. It is also not cheap starting a franchise. Agree? Right? Now compared to network marketing, this is where the compare is. It takes millions to start a traditional business, a reasonable size one, if not a few 100,000. It takes a few 100,000 to start a franchise. Mary, you had a friend who invested in a Korean juice franchise, right? How much money did he? 500,000, 500,000. Okay. So all are in the hundreds of thousands. Okay? But in network marketing, it will be a fraction of that. But it gives you the chance to go global. Now, the other thing that is really crucial, I want to hammer home the point is that when you are franchisee to a franchisor, you are franchisee forever. You cannot sub-franchise out. Agree? So you are always a leverage to the master franchisor, but you will never be able to leverage truly. Network marketing, Avita, you are a franchisee when you first started because you are alone, but you are a franchisor when you when you introduce to other people. So eventually you become a franchisee and that's good. That's good. Okay. But you can choose not to become a franchisor if you stay on as a consumer in that sense. Okay. So everything is all right. But these are a few functions that are available to every Avita member that you can turn on if you know. Okay. So don't stay. I wouldn't say don't stay. I think choose not to stay as just a pure consumer for life. Okay. Even if you were to recommend and you build a small network of consumers and distributors, you're going to enjoy consuming Avita Salogen for free, for life. Is that good? Oh, that to me is already very good. Yeah. So how do you get started? That's the question. How do you get started in Avita that's going to maximize your income? Okay, I'm just going to give you a few key tips here, and then I'll leave your sponsor to advise you on the key details. Yeah. Number one, okay, get started as the direct GA position. For most people, 90% of people, you can just take on a position as a direct GA. Okay. Now, between starting from a VIP, slowly climbing your way to silver and climbing your way to gold, it is double. If you go in direct as a gold associate, it is half the price. Okay. Literally about that. All right. So it makes sense for you to get started as a direct GA position. And then the first business goal is to move towards becoming a platinum director. And that is your first journey. All right. That's your first journey. Now, why platinum director is the business rank that you should really put your crosshair, to focus on to get there. Don't take 10 years to get there. Okay. Right? Take 10 months to get there, 10 weeks to get there. Okay. That is the kind of goal that you should set for yourself. Yeah. Why? Because when you become a platinum director, your earning is like a different pay scale in the corporate sector. So executive, how hard you work, you only get $2,000-3,000. But the moment you get to a director level, you can get $10,000-20,000. So that is the kind of jump in terms of pay scale. So find out more detail. It's difficult for me to describe in numbers and all that on the stage here, but you can ask your later the senior to help you to understand that. But look at what some of these people are earning. Now, I want to share with you Wendy Semilano. Wendy Semilano, when we first knew her in Manila, she was only an assistant admin clerk in a clinic. She earned less than $500, and she has a family. But she was very motivated because she was very motivated. Her son is about to enter university, and she just want to allow the son to have a choice of his university, not to choose the lowest, cheapest university. That was her motivation. You see, when a mother is motivated, she can convert impossible to possible. Agree? So she worked very hard. Now she worked very hard. So in the first, if you look at the check here, in January, this is She hit 2,005. That was like 5 months of her salary or her clinic salary. By the time she end the year in December 2019, she made 9,000 Singapore dollar. 9,000 Singapore dollar. You tell me, Filipina, Pinoy. In the Philippines, it's a lot. A month, 1 month. Yeah. Okay, 1 month. Okay. So she cried. She said that was my 20. If I have worked, I would need to work for 28 months. She made it in 1 month. She managed to send her son to the university. Her son now got married and just had a little baby also. Changes life. Changes life. Now, this is an architect, that is a doctor, that's a lieutenant colonel in the military. Okay, the lieutenant colonel in the military and Dr. Diona, their husband and wife. So we combine their income together, you look, 25,000 in 1 month. It beats her as a doctor in Manila. So it changes life. Now, how did these people make this kind of money in 1 month? It's not without hard work, I guarantee you. But it's because they built what? Tim Sales say, build a system. Robert Kiyosaki say, build a system. You have a system and people working with you and for you. But you got to build that system. Agree? So the hard work is in building the system in that sense. Yeah. So when Jeannie here got 80,000 in that 1 month, or me 60,000 or some other 30,000 and whatever, it's because we have a network. A network of thousands of people or tens of thousands of people. And like I say, if everyone just buy 1 box of Salagen, you can imagine the kind of leverage that you can get. Okay? So if the product is good, it can make people's life better. The question is, do you feel that you want to have a choice to talk about the goodness of the product so that more people can benefit? If more people benefit as a result of that, you get compensated. To me, fair exchange. And then the next thing is that if you have people who are interested in crossing over from a corporate to become a full-time entrepreneur, will you value add in as a coaching entrepreneur? Will you share your experiences, your know-how, and your knowledge? If you do that, you empower your downline to be a high-ranking diamond president and platinum director, and more per ambassador that comes out. Every one of them is going to have a revenue that goes by the hundreds of thousands, if not millions in a year. And you get a share of that success. You are co-creating success. You should be deserving of a share of that success. This is a principle and a law of fair exchange. So I sleep very well at night when I earn this kind of money, because it only means that I have created a kind of value, corresponding value in the lives of some people here. And this is what network is about. Network gives you net worth, and net worth gives you multiple sources of income. So like some of us here, Siu-Ling travel around the whole world, and I travel a fair bit, and Diamond President Tinggi also travel very often to Philippines. Why? Because we continue to support the development of the team in the network there. The more leader you build in all this country, the more automatic they run, because they are not working for me. They are working for themselves. I'm there to support them to become successful. And that, to me, is a darn good career. Okay? Yeah? So I hope that it helps you to understand that. And if you do, then you can consider a couple of options. Option number 1 is what we call a direct platinum director. Now, this is like the idea of a master franchisor. Okay? So if there is a franchise that come in, you can say to Koi. Okay? The Koi bubble tea, is it in the Philippines yet? Okay, let's say not. Let's say not. And now you can go to Philippines and say, hey, Koi, I want to be a franchisor, small franchisor in the Philippines. Okay? I'm not going to open one spot store. I'm going to open 10 stores. Then you buy over a 10-store franchise. Then you sub-franchise up. Okay? So this is the same as in Avita. Now in Avita, if you do a direct platinum director, normally to become a platinum director, you will need 10 GA within your network minimum. Okay. But if you do a direct in one go, the company gives you a discount of 2. So in other words, you can go for 8 direct GA positions, and later on you can sub out or sell out to your, in other words, it's like franchise out to your friends. Okay, so this it will cost roughly about investment of 200 over 1,000. Okay, so this will be for people who has the money and you want to, you're confident about the Avita business, and you take a direct PD position. Immediately from day one, you start to enjoy the PD benefits. Okay, and then you can sub out to all your subsequent friends who will join you later on. Okay, so this is one option. And then at the same time, you get a free trip to, not Spain. Right? Last year we went to Spain already. So these are some of the people who started as a direct platinum director, and then you get a free trip to, last year was Spain. Right? This year we don't have. Next year we're going to go somewhere. Okay, but imagine somewhere more exciting than Spain. Okay, yeah, but definitely not Pulau Ubin or Sentosa. Okay. The second option is what most people do. They take a direct GA position. Now, direct GA, if you look at VIP to silver to gold, accumulatively, you need 30,000 PV. All right, roughly about 50 over 1,000 Singapore dollars. But if you go for a direct GA, you skip over the SA. In other words, it's a direct train. A direct GA will cost you roughly about $26,000. Okay, so most people get started. I also got started here. Then I built up towards PD, and then built up towards diamond. And then now I'm a Pearl ambassador. All right. So this direct GA, no Spain. Okay. If you do direct GA, you go Pulau Ubin. Yeah, I'll sponsor you to Pulau Ubin. Okay. Yeah. But direct GA, you start as a business position and you start building from there. All right. So now, this is my formula for all of you, regardless of whatever you started as. You get started as direct GA, this is my formula for all of you. Yeah. You set a worthwhile goal for yourself, whether it's 6-month goal, 9 months goal, 1 year goal. For Christine, I know your goal is to go full-time. Okay, fire your boss next year, go full-time. Mei-Ling, I know you took 1 year sabbatical from your employer to dedicate yourself to build your business here. And I know that your decision is to not go back to your corporate, right? Yes. So you see, these are people with very clear motivations. Yeah. Now, whatever motivation it is, whether it's earn $1,000 a month, 5,000, 10,000, or whatever, you got to have a clear idea. Otherwise, if you go directionless, then you will never go anywhere. Just go around in circle. Now, 30 new customer, 3-2-1 strategy. When you have 30 new customer who joins you, they enjoy the product. And then, now most people who got started as a product have no idea the business behind it. They only know that, oh, I can take Salogen, very nice. It builds my body and whatever not. But unless they hear from you how the business is done, they may not know how to do the business. Yeah. Then you have 20 of the customer who will go for the yearly package. Okay. Now these are your starting to become your AAA customers. Okay. Then out of 10, 30, 20, then you have 10 of them who will get started with you as a GA. In other words, they are your business partner. Okay. They are the people who you're going to devote your time and build the business together with them. When you have 3-2-1, 30, 20, 10, this is what you will make. This is exact to the dollar and cents how much you are going to generate as commissions for yourself. Okay, 36,000. This is where you should aim for something. Okay, boom, I get this. I've broken even. I'm starting to make profit. Okay, but it's whether how fast or how much profit you're going to make. That's all. Okay, once your money, the 26,000 you invest in, is come back to you, you're free. You can do fast, you can do it slower. It depends on the pace of your life. Now, what is very important is not to be complacent on the direct GA position. You should ask yourself, how much will you make if you are a platinum director? And I've done the calculation to show you the difference is between 36,000 here. Same amount of effort, you're going to make 65,000. Which one do you want? 36 or 65? Which one do you want? 36 or 65? Then be a platinum director. Yeah? Okay. And then when you become a platinum director, we will conduct a higher level program, business program for you on how to move from a platinum director to a diamond president position. Okay. One step at a time. Today we stop at platinum director. Okay. Now, next is finally, I would just like to invite all of you to have a 20-minute discussion among yourself, okay, on how to get started. Is this the right business for you? You can say no, okay? If it is, how do you get started? And what should be your next best action or decision? All right? If you need any help, seek out the seniors' help. We have people with a lot of experiences who can give you advice. All right? So Zoom as well, okay? We will have a 20 minutes breakout for you to discuss among yourself. Thank you. Yeah. I hope that this has been a good seminar for all of you. Okay, take away some of the stories, some of the know-how and experiences. And what is more important is not enough information and you go by do it yourself. Okay, plug into the system, plug into the team and fly together. All right. So Alvin Yong here signing off. Thank you very much. Okay, see you guys. Back to you, Baron.
I hope this afternoon has given you a lot of insight about the Avita business. Maybe what you want to do with the rest of your life, the second half of your life. If you're still young, how you want to progress with your life, you know. And of course, I'm sure we all want to be able to make money because, you know, Singapore very expensive. And we all love to travel, right? So, Captains, talk to the person who invited you, and then I'll close here as well. Goodbye to the people in Zoom. Okay, have a nice weekend. And over here, everyone have a nice weekend as well. Thank you.